In 2025, towing revenue in the United States hit a record $12 billion. That's almost 1,000% increase from the $1 billion in 2014. And this is quietly minting hundreds of new millionaires every year. Now, for explanation purposes, we are going to use a fictional towing company called Jerry's Towing to show you how your local tow truck business is probably pulling over $1 million a year. And today, we are going to follow Jerry through every single dollar, how he finds the cars, how he charges for them, and how he keeps getting paid after the tow, as well as how much it would cost you to start a business like Jerry. A little backstory on Jerry. Jerry started Jerry's Towing out of his driveway in 2009 with one used flatbed that he bought for $18,000. He worked nights, he worked weekends, he took every call that he could get. But now, Jerry has a fleet of 6 trucks. He employs 11 people, and he has contracts with 2 apartment complexes, a retail strip mall, a hotel, the city, AAA, and 3 auto repair shops. What Jerry has is a business that almost nobody thinks about until, of course, their car is gone. So let's follow the money. Jerry's first revenue stream. Let's call this the boot and bolt. Now, this is the one that everybody knows and hates. You parked your car where you weren't supposed to. Now your car is gone. But here is how it actually works from Jerry's end. Jerry has a contract with the Riverside Commons, a fictional apartment that we just made up. So it has 300 units, 2 parking lots, residents only signage everywhere. The property manager calls Jerry and says, "We need you to patrol our lots and remove all the vehicles that do not have a parking tag." For this, Jerry does not charge the apartment complex a penny for this service. He doesn't need to because the owner of the car pays everything. When Jerry's driver spots a car without a tag at midnight, they hook it up and haul it to Jerry's impound lot. His pound is about 4 miles away from the Riverside Commons. When the car's owner wakes up, notices their car isn't there and panics, and eventually finds out their vehicle is at Jerry's lot, they come in and pay a base tow fee of around $150 to $250. Varies by state and county. They also pay a gate release fee of about $50 to $75. Daily storage from around $35 to $75. And if they don't shop for 3 days, Jerry has already made $300 to $500 on that one car, and the meter is still running. Here's the part that makes this revenue stream so powerful. Jerry is patrolling those lots anyway. His drivers are out at night. Jerry also has contracts with the hotel that does not want non-guests in their lot, and a strip mall that doesn't want cars left overnight. And here they use the same model: patrol, tow, collect. Now you might ask, how does Jerry even find these cars? Well, his drivers know the lots. They know what the permits look like. They know the rules. Some operations use license plate recognition cameras mounted on patrol vehicles that can scan hundreds of plates per hour and instantly flag cars that aren't registered. Yes, that technology exists, and yes, tow companies use it. Revenue stream number 2, accident and highway recoveries. Picture this, it's 7 a.m. on a Tuesday, 2 cars collide on the interstate. Traffic is backing up for miles. Police are on the scene, and within minutes, a call goes out to our rotation list. Most cities and counties maintain what's called a tow rotation list. This is a list of licensed towing companies that take turns responding to accidents on public roads. When it is Jerry's turn, his truck rolls up to the scene. And when his truck gets to the scene, the economics start to get very interesting. First, Jerry tows the damaged vehicle, usually to his impound lot. Here he bills the insurance company, not the driver. The rate can vary, but expect a tow fee of $200 to $500, depending on the distance and complexity of the tow. Storage, $50 to $100 per day, billed to insurance. Special equipment fees if it's a rollover or the car is in a ditch. Here is the kicker. Insurance companies are notoriously slow. A claim can take weeks or even months to process. During the entire time, the car sits on Jerry's lot, and every single day, the storage clock is ticking. Jerry does not mind waiting. In fact, he loves it, because at $75 a day for 30 days, that's $2,250 in storage fees on top of the initial tow. Getting on the rotation list isn't free, by the way. It requires proper licensing, insurance, and equipment certifications. But once you're on it, it's a steady pipeline of guaranteed work. Revenue stream number 3, roadside recovery, AAA, and private calls. Now, not every tow is a conflict. Sometimes your car just breaks down. Jerry has a contract with AAA, the American Automobile Association. When a AAA member calls in a breakdown in Jerry's service area, he dispatches Jerry's truck. Jerry gets paid a flat fee per call from AAA, typically $50 to $200 for a simple tow, depending on the contract terms. Now, it's not the highest margin, but the volume is consistent, and there's no chasing down payments. Then AAA always pays on time. The people that Google tow truck near me because their transmission failed on the highway at 11 p.m. Now, for Jerry, these calls are gold because no contract, no middleman. Jerry gets to set his own rate. A standard tow in most markets typically runs from $75 to $250, plus a per mile rate of $3 to $7 per mile after the first 10. Jerry keeps his Google business profile up to date. He responds to reviews. He is the first result when someone searches tow truck near me. And that's not by accident. That is marketing. Revenue stream number 4, auto repair shop referrals and contracts. When your car breaks down and gets towed, it has to go somewhere. Jerry has relationships with 3 local auto repair shops. Now, some tow companies formalize this agreement as a preferred shop referral arrangement. The shop refers their customers who need towing to Jerry, and Jerry returns the favor by steering towed cars to those shops when the owner hasn't specified one. In some cases, Jerry charges the auto repair shop a delivery fee for bringing them a customer's car, and in others, the value is purely relationship-based. A steady two-way referral loop that keeps both businesses fed. Now, the fleet, what Jerry actually drives and what it costs. What Jerry actually drives and what it costs. Now, let's talk about the trucks, because this is where Jerry's business gets capital intensive. There are several types of tow trucks, and each serves a different purpose. Flatbed trucks, the most common type for standard passenger vehicle towing. The entire bed tilts down, the car rolls or winches up onto it, and you drive. It's clean, it's simple, and there is less damage risk. Now, a brand new flatbed runs from about $60,000 to over $100,000. And a used one, you could possibly find some decent units for about $20,000 to $40,000. They grab the front or rear wheels and lift. They're usually lower cost than flatbeds. They can run you from around $30,000 to $60,000 new. They're common for repo work and city contracts where you need to move fast. Next is heavy duty wreckers. Now this is where things start to get serious. Now these are massive trucks that you see clearing 18-wheelers and commercial vehicles off of the highway. A new heavy duty wrecker can cost anywhere from $400,000 to $800,000 or more, the price of a literal house. However, the jobs that they handle, clearing semi-truck incidents, recovering equipment, can pay $5,000 upwards to $50,000 per incident. Licenses, CDLs, and what it takes to legally operate. A CDL is required when a vehicle's gross vehicle weight rating, GVWR, exceeds 26,001 pounds, or when you're towing something that with the combined weight exceeds that threshold. The bigger the truck, the bigger the license that's going to be required. Running a heavy-duty wrecker almost always requires a Class A dedicated training CDL and can cost anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000 to obtain. On top of all of that, in order to operate, Tow companies need a business license. They also need a towing operator's license, which is required in most states, and the cost varies anywhere from $100 to $500. They would also need motor carrier authority by the FMCSA if they're operating across state lines. Impound lot permits to legally hold vehicles. Now, these fees can vary by county. They need to be doing regular vehicle inspections to remain on the city's rotation. Insurance, the bill you don't see coming. Now, if you start a towing business without insurance or understanding insurance, you'll be out of business very quickly. Towing is considered a high-risk commercial operation, which means insurance premiums are significantly higher than your average contractor or retailer. Here's a realistic breakdown for a small towing operation like Jerry's when he got started. Commercial auto insurance per truck. This can run you from $4,000 to $12,000 per year. This covers the truck itself and the truck's liability while it's on the road. Next is garage keeper's liability. This can run anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 per year. This covers damage to other people's cars when they're in your possession, at your lot or on your truck, for example. General liability. This can run anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 per year. These cover slip and falls and property damage claims at your yard or your office. There's also on-hook towing insurance. This covers vehicles being towed if it's damaged on transit. Total annual insurance for a small 3-truck operation. Expect to spend anywhere from $15,000 to $35,000 a year at a minimum. And as Jerry scaled, his insurance bill scaled with him. Today, it's one of the biggest costs for him. So how much is it to start Jerry's Towing from scratch? Let's estimate. Let's say you wanted to start like Jerry. Day one, what would it cost? Here's a realistic starter budget, an estimate of cost. One used flatbed truck, a decent one, anywhere from $25,000 to $45,000. Now, business registration and any licenses you might need, anywhere from $500 to $2,000. Insurance for the first year for one truck, anywhere from $8,000 to $15,000. Now, impound lot, let's assume he's leasing one, anywhere from $500 to $2,000 a month. Basic equipment, chains, straps, lights, cameras, anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000. Dispatch software and GPS tracking. This can run you back anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000. Google ads and basic marketing. This will be anywhere from $1,000 to $4,000, depending on your city. Working capital, let's say for 3 months, will take $10,000 to $20,000. To start realistically, you would need anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000, or you could buy one that's already running. If you found this video interesting, check out this video we did about Brad Jacobs, the guy who started $7 billion businesses. Also, join our newsletter if you're interested in learning about businesses like this that are overlooked but are minting hundreds or thousands of millionaires every single year. You could be the next one.